We'll start with a contemplation prayer. Happy Krishna Janmashtami to everyone in the US, and yesterday it was in India. Knowing Madhava. If you are unable to focus, try strengthening your mind through the practice of meditation. It is just like a sport. Find what works for you. Maybe the breath, or maybe the Sri Rama mantra, or maybe something else. Madhava is the one that can be realized through Mauna Dhyana Yoga, silent contemplation meditation. If you are unable to get into a meditation practice, there is another way out of the cycle of birth and death. Listen closely and you will achieve great success. Dedicate your body and your soul to helping others. Manava Seva for surely is Madhava Seva. Just so. Over to you, Dr. G.
Thank you. Can you see my screen? I can see. Yeah, can you?
Yes, we can see you and hear you.
Thank you. Namaste. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sabhayai Namaha. Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Hanumate. Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Sundara Gita. As we enter the second day of this 3-day session on reflections on Sundarakanda, referencing Bhagavad Gita. So reflecting on Sundarakanda of Valmiki Ramayana with references from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And we have seen how we are going to see the similarities between these two, the preachings and the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and the practical application in Sundarakanda. So Sundarakanda begins with Sagara Langhanam, crossing the ocean. Sagara Taranam, Sagara Langhanam. And we all have to cross this ocean of samsara. Bhavasagara Taranam, Bhavasagaram. Some of you, if you have seen the movie Shankarabharanam, the little boy Shankara, he talks about Bhavasagara with the Tulasi, the daughter of Shankara Shastri. Bhavasagara. We all have to cross this ocean. Rama is called Taraka Rama. Taraka Rama. He is the one who will help us cross this ocean. And in fact, when Guha helps Rama cross the river, and Rama asks, how can I pay back? He says, I only helped you cross over this river. You help me cross over this Bhavasagara. That is Taraka Rama. And Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita. Punarjanma yasya na vidyate. Bhagavad Gita kinchidadhita. So just a little bit of knowledge and wisdom and application of Bhagavad Gita will help us not only live this life successfully and cross this Bhavasagara easily. So it is one's own life's operating manual. Rama himself considers and tells everyone as, I am human. Atmanam manusham manye Ramam Dasharathatmajam. And Krishna, and today that Parabrahma Swarupa, Nirakara, Nirguna, Parabrahma has come to us in the form of Sri Krishna because Bhagavan promised that yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. Why? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To destroy the evil and to protect the good, to re-establish firmly the righteousness, I come again and again. And today is the day that Nirguna Nirakara Parabrahma has taken a Sakara Saguna Swarupa Mohana Krishna. And Krishna has no mincing. He says, Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashaya Sthitah Ahamadischa Madhyamcha Bhutanam Antayevacha Pitaha Masya Jagataha Mata Dhata Pitamaha Vedyam Pavitra Monkaraha Ruksama Yajurevacha. Now, getting into the story, we have to start in Kishkinda Kanda a little bit. So, Sugriva has given a limited time for all the Vanaras, and he sent Vanaras in all 4 directions. So, knowing that the probability is very high that Sita Devi is on south side, he sends the most important people, and those are Jambavan, Angada, Nila, and our Hanuman. So they go on and on and on and in search of Sita, but cannot find, and finally reach the ocean on the south side near Rameswaram. And they're so tired, they're hopeless, helpless, physically tired, mentally weakened, intellectually incapacitated, thirsty, hungry, not finding a way out. And they're all now so scared to go back and see Sugriva, because Sugriva said, if you come back, not only in time, but with failure, you will be punished. And Sugrivagnya is, it's called Sugrivagnya. Sugrivagnya. It's an order by Sugriva. So then they see Sampati. And Sampati, looking at all these Vanaras, he was so hungry. And Sampati is a huge bird, huge Garuda. He thinks that he has got great food for him for that day. And then the Vanaras are talking about the Rama story so far, and then they're talking about Jatayu. And the moment Sampati heard Jatayu, his own brother, then they approach these Vanaras and then ask, tell us who you are and why are you here and what are you looking for? Then they tell all the story so far, what has happened to Rama and Sita and Jatayu. And Sampati, at that time, he has no wings, because Sampati and Jatayu, they have a race. So they fly high and high and high, and then to reach Aditya Mandala. And when Sampati is ahead of Jatayu, his wings were burnt by the heat of Aditya, Tejas. So that is when he falls down and he stays there without wings for ages. And a sage gives him the boon that one day there will be Vanaras coming to you and you will tell them where Sita is. So Sampati can see far. So he has Dura Drishti. I mean, that is the one characteristic of Garuda, the eagles. But philosophically, they have this distant vision. And the moment he tells that he saw Ravana taking this beautiful lady who was in difficulty, and he also says that I can see clearly Sita in Lanka. That's all he says. And then he says, you shall go and find Sita. The moment he says that, his wings come back to him. And he tells this beautiful verse, a very effective verse, very profound verse. Sarvadha kriyatam yatnaha sitam adhigamishyatha. Sarvadha kriyatam yatnaha sitam adhigamishyatha. Pakshalabho mamayam vaha siddhi pratyaya karakaha. I told you yesterday that there will be so many Karya Siddhi mantras, Jaya mantras. This is one of them. Let an endeavor be made by all of you. Put in your effort. For sure you will come by Sita. There will be divine effect and you will see the success. This event of my regaining wings, you have seen right in front of you. I got my wings back. So this event shall be the cause of credibility in you all. Siddhi pratyaya karakaha. Human effort and divine effect guarantees the success. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutihi, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Wherever there is a Sri Krishna, the vision, the Lord of Yoga and yogis, wherever there is Arjuna determined to work and put in all the effort, the supreme archer, there certainly will be opulence, victory, prosperity, and righteousness. We have to have faith in this. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatpara samyatendriya. Now Hanuman, the very presence of Hanuman, the very thought of Hanuman removes the fear in all of us. And that is the greatness of Hanuman. If you look at Valmiki Ramayana, the very entrance of Ramayana, the script is so well written by Valmiki Maharshi. Tatastu bhaya santrastam valikil vishashankitam uvacha Hanuman vakyam sugrivam vakyako vidaha. When Rama and Lakshmana are coming towards Sugriva, in that Parvata where Vali cannot come because of a curse, but Sugriva thinks that Vali is sending some great warriors to take care of Sugriva. I mean, to take care of Sugriva means to destroy and to cause an end to Sugriva. That was the animosity between both of them. And Hanuman gives abhayam to Sugriva. Tatastu bhaya santrasam valikil vishashankitam uvacha Hanuman vakyam Sugrivam vakyako vidaha. So here, abhaya anjaneya, vakyako vida anjaneya. So you see that. So sambhrama tyajatam. That is the very first word uttered by Hanuman. Sambhrama tyajatam. This perplexity, this doubt, and this fear be warded off. Sambramaha. Sambrama is fear mixed with all these feelings. And look at Sri Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita. Abhayam sattva samsuddhi jnana yoga vyavasthitihi abhayam. Abhi, as Swami Vivekananda says, what all we need is abhi. All Upanishads say so loudly, abhayam, abhayam. And yasman no dvijate loko, lokan no dvijate chayah, harsha marsha bhayo dvegaihi, mukto yassacha me priyaha. And such a person who is fearless and who doesn't cause any fear to the world and who is not afraid of the world, such is a great devotee of mine, O Arjuna. And a little bit of this neha bhikrama nashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. A little bit of Gita Jnanam will remove the greatest of the fears in us. So that is how Bhagavad Gita assures us, Shri Krishna Bhagavan assures us the fearlessness. And Hanuman assures as Abhayanjaneya. And by worshipping Hanuman, we get these great eight qualities, Ashta Siddhi. These are the Buddhi, Balam, Yashas, Dhairyam, Nirbhayatvam, Arogata, Ajadyam, Vakpatutvam cha Hanumatta, Smaranat Bhavet. Buddhi, intelligence. Balam, strength. Yashas, fame. Dhairyam, the courage. Nirbhayatvam, fearlessness. Ajadyam is no procrastination. And Vakpatutvam cha, the power of speech. All these are acquired by just remembering, by keeping Hanuman as our role model. If you want to become a tennis player, you will keep either Roger Federer or whoever your favorite player as your role model. If you want to be a great cricketer, you want to look at what the great qualities of Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma or Dhoni are. That is how. So these great 8 qualities we'll see in Hanuman. And now, such a Hanuman is also like everyone else. He's so silent, so quiet. Now, Sampati has gone. They have to cross this ocean. Who can cross this ocean? Everyone says, this ocean is Shata Yojana, 100 yojanas, hundreds of miles. And then Neela and others, they say, oh, I can probably fly 10 yojanas. Angada says, maybe I can reach Lanka, but I may not come back. I used to do that, but now I may not. Jambavan says, I used to actually do Pradakshina, the circumambulation of Vamana. I did that, and then I used to be so powerful, but I lost all that prowess now. And Hanuman is seated so quietly. Jambavan knowing the Hanuman's, the innate strength, like Sri Krishna knowing Arjuna's innate strength. Nahitat tvai upapadyate, etat tvai na upapadyate, Krishna says to Arjuna. The same way, Jambavan, the teacher, comes to Hanuman. Veera, Vanara Lokasya Veera, Sarva Shastra Vidambara. Sarva Shastra Vidambara, the knower of all Shastras. Tushnim Ekantam Ashritya Hanuman Kimna Jalpasi. Arjuna also. Tushnim Babhuva Eva Muktva Rishikesham Gudhakesha Parantapaha Nayothya iti Govindam Uktva Tushnim Babhuvaha. He fell silent. And Jambavan is asking Hanuman, oh Hanuman, why are you not talking? Kim na jalpasi, tushnim ekantam ashritya. And you are Hanuman, Harirajasya Sugrivasya Samohi Asi. You are equivalent to Sugriva, Hariraja, the king of Vanaras. Rama Lakshmana Yoschapi Tejasa Balenacha. And truly speaking, you are as powerful as Rama and Lakshmana. This is how Jambavan is inspiring Hanuman. Arishtaneminaha putro Vainateyo Mahabala. You are as good as Garuda, eagle, Garutman, Iva, Vikhyata, Uttama, Sarva Pakshinam, Vainate Yascha Pakshinam. Garuda is Vibhuti of Bhagavan. Uttishta Harishardola, Langhayasva Maharnavam. Parahi Sarva Bhutanam Hanuman Yagadistava. Uttishta, get up, arise, awake, and stop not. Harishardola, the tiger among the Vanaras. Langhayasva Maharnavam, cross this ocean, because your goal is that Paramapadam, ultimate Parahi Sarva Bhutanam Yagatihi Tavagatihi. Then Hanuman had this curse as a child, that unless someone reminds him his innate strength, he cannot gain. But all of us are afflicted with that curse. We do not know our innate strength. Someone has to tell us. We have to tell our children how great they are by bringing the positivity, by bringing the strengths in them. That is what a good parent and a good leader and a good elder person does. Delegating the work. Each one is a unique person. Each one has its own strength. So Savegavan Vega Samahitatma Haripravira Paravira Hanta Manasamadhaya Mahanubhavo Jagamalankam Manasa Manasvi. So this little bit of inspiration was enough for Hanuman to get inspired. And he already reached Lanka. Manasa Jagamalankam Manasa Manasvi. And is it not just like what we see in Bhagavad Gita? Tam tadha krupaya vishtam ashrupurna kulekshanam visedantamidam vakyam uvacha madhusudanaha. To that Arjuna who is so physically tired, mentally, emotionally upset, intellectually incapacitated, to him Madhusudana, Madhava has spoken. What did he say? The Viplash shlokas. Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samupasthitam anarya justam asvargyam akirtikaram Arjuna. Oh dear Arjuna, how has this delusion overcome you in this very hour of peril? It's not befitting for an honorable person like you. It leads not to the higher abodes, but only to disgrace. Klaibyam asmagam apartha naitatvayupapadyate kshudram hrudaya daurbalyam tyaktvottishta parantapa. O Partha, O Parantapa, it doesn't befit you, this doesn't befit you to yield to this unmanliness, weakness, meekness, give up such petty feelings in your heart and arise, O vanquisher of enemies. And isn't it similar verse? Uttishta Harishardola Langhayasva Maharnavam. And in Suprabhatam, the so very famous Suprabhatam of Balaji Venkateshwara Swami, it starts with this: Kausalya Suprajarama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narashardula Kartavyam Daivamahannikam. Uttishta Narashardula. Vishwamitra Maharshi addresses Rama as a Narashardula, the tiger among the humans. Uttishta, get up now. From now on, you have so many things to do for taking this birth as human. Uttishta, Uttishta Govinda, Uttishta Garudadhvaja, Uttishta Kamalakanta, Trilokyam Mangalam Kuru. Why? For us, Atmano Mokshartham Jagat Hitayacha. For us, self-purification and world glorification. And for them, it is only Trilokya Mangalam. So for good of the world, for good of the mankind. And this is from Kathopanishad, as we have seen. Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapyavaran Nibodhata. And this Uttishta in Bhagavad Gita has, have we not seen at many places, in many references. And you'll see this. Kshudram hridaya dorbalyam tyaktva uttishta parantapa. Hato va prapsasi swargam jitva va bhokshase mahim tasmad uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya kritanischayaha. Tasmad ajnana sambhutam hristham jnanasenatmanah chitvainam samshayam yogam atishtottishta bharata. In 4th chapter. And again in the 11th chapter. Tasmatvam uttishta yasho labhasva jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samruddham. Then Arjuna at the end of Bhagavad Gita, same as Hanuman, nashto moha smritil labdha tvat prasadat mayachyuta sthitosmi gata sandehaha karishye vachanam tava. Now I stand here corrected. All my delusion is gone and all my doubts are dispelled. And I am now what you said, and I shall do what you asked me to do. And the first verse in Sundarakanda and the first verse in Bhagavad Gita. There is a lot to talk about the first verse in these great scriptures because the very first verse gives the essence of the entire scripture. In Sundarakanda, it starts as Tato Ravana Nitaya Sitaya Shatru Karshanaha Yesha Padaman Veshtum Charana Charite Pati. Tataha Ravana Netayaha Sitayaha Shatrukarshanaha Yesha Padamanveshtum Charana Charitepati. We'll look into this verse a little bit more in detail, but it starts with Tataha, Tat. That Parabrahma, because we don't know what to call, we say Tat, 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 Tat. Tat, that, Tvam, thou, Asi, or is, that thou are, or thou are that thou is. So Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. And it also ends with Ta. So if you join the first letter Ta, Tato, and then the last letter of Sundarakanda, that is also Ta. So Ta, Ta, Tat. Tato maya vagbhiradina bhashini shivabhirishtabhi abhiprasidata jagama shantim mama maithilatmaja tavapi shokena tathapi pidita. So tat. In the same way, I first heard this from Swami Chinmayananda. The very first, Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samavetaya yutsavaha mamaka pandavas chaiva kimakurvata sanjaya. The very first word. And in fact, the very first 8 letters of this verse, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre. If you rearrange the order of this, Kshetre Kshetre Dharmam Kuru. In whatever field you are in whatever body and state you are, or in whatever state of body, mind, and intellect complex you are in, Dharmam Kuru. And Swami Chinmayananda said that if you look at this very first word, and the very last word of the last shloka, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutihi Dhruvani Tirmatir Mama, Mama, mine, and add dharma to it. My dharma, mama dharma is taught in the 698 verses in between. Sistagaru, he spoke for 3 days when he came to Dallas on this Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre. That's all. So much to talk about. Now, the very first verse, let us look at it. Tataha Ravana Netayaha Sitayaha Shatrukarshanaha. Hanuman Shatrukarshanaha. So Shatrukarshana is the adjective for Hanuman, the one who subdued the enemies. And interestingly, so far, Hanuman did not indulge or involve in any fight. He did not fight with any enemies. He did not have any enemies. And similarly, in Bhagavad Gita, we say Sanjaya. Sanjaya means Samyak Jayati, as we have seen. The one who convincingly conquered who? He never fought any war. So conquered his own body, mind, and intellect. Conquered his own ego complex. The same way, Shatru Karshana, Antashatru Karshanaha. Who are the Antashatrus? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara, Ahankara, Mamakara, Raga, Dvesha, all these. 10 heads of Ravana. So Shatru Karshana. Iyesha. He desired that inclination. Inclination is good enough to reach the destination. The Shubha Sankalpa. So Shubha Sankalpa. All of us have to pray for that Tanme Manas Shiva Sankalpa Mastu. Tanme Manas Shubha Sankalpa Mastu. So that Sankalpa is good enough. Then, why? Anvestum Padam, to or in search of that abode where Sita is, who was abducted by Ravana. Ravana Netayaha Sitayaha Padam Anvestum. And he desired to go in which path? Charana Charite Pati. So Charana Charite, one meaning is the Akasha Marga. The Charana, Siddha, Charana, Gandharvas, they go in that way. But there is another meaning. Charanas are the ones who know the path very well. The Margadarshis for us, those who have seen this path, the treaded this path, the great people, the Shreshtas. And there is another meaning in this Kundalini. This is Charana Charite Pati. The Kundalini is, so it is Yoga Shastra, it is Mantra Shastra, it is Karma Shastra, and there's so much to talk about. Now, let's look at Tataha Tat Padam. Om Tat Saditi Nirdeshaha Brahmanastrividha Smrutaha. Brahma's name is Brahman, not Brahmaji. So Brahman's name is, one name is Om, as we talked about. Om is Ram, Om is Krishna, Om is Parabrahma. Then Taditi Nabhisandhaya, Taditya Nabhisandhaya, Tat iti Anabhisandhaya, Phalam Yajnatapakriyaha, Danakriyascha Vividaha, Kriyante Mokshakangshapihi. So we see this in the 17th chapter. Then Ravana Netaya. Who is this Sita? Sita Devi is the Manas who was abducted by the 10 senses. 5 Karmendriyas, 5 Jnanendriyas, the 10 heads of Ravana. The Manas has been abducted by the senses. Yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipaschitaha indriyani pramadhini haranti prasabham manaha. These indriyas haranti prasabham, forcibly they abduct Manas. Then Shatru Karshanaha, these Antashatrus, haven't we seen in 3rd chapter? Kama Yesha Krodha Yeshaha Rajoguna Samudbhavaha Mahashano Mahapapma Vidhenamiha Vairinam. Vairi is the enemies, the internal enemies. Evam Buddhe Param Buddhva Samstabhyatmanam Atmana Jahi Shatrum Mahabaho Kamarupam Durasadam. So in this Kurukshetra, in this field of action, the Lord is asking us to fight against the enemies, the internal force, which we talked about. Then Iyesha Sankalpa. So Purvabhyasena tenaiva hriyate hyavashopi saha jignasurapi yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. That jignasa is good enough. Jignasa is good enough. Jignasa is that sankalpa, that iyesha. So that Shubha Sankalpa. Then Padam. That Padam is taught in Bhagavad Gita so very well in the 15th chapter. Tata Padam tat parimargitavyam yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuyaha tameva chadyam purusham prapadye yata pravrittir prasuta purani. Then Charana Charite Pati. Who are those Charana Shreshtas? Yadyad Acharati Shreshtaha Tatta Devetaro Janaha Sayat Pramanam Kurute Lokastadanu Vartate. So like this, there is so much of Sundaram in Sundarakanda, Madhuram in Bhagavad Gita. So inclination is enough to reach the destination. Shubhecha, this Shubha Sankalpa is good enough. And now, this is second verse. Again, a great verse. Dushkaram nishpratidvandvam chikirshan karmavanarah samudagra shirogrivo gavam patiriva babhav. And this is another mantra. For any karya siddhi, this is how we should be. We should be ready. As you can see here, the world-class athlete, how ready he is. And look at this Nandi, one of the most devoted, most mindful. The mindfulness has to be learned from none other than Nandishwara. Go to any Shivalaya and look at Nandi and look at that alertness. Look at that one-pointedness and look at that involvement. So that Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Chakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Nandi Prachodayat. And Hanuman has become like Nandi now. Gavampati Riva. Gavampati. Gavampati is the bull among the cows. Or Pati, the consort of Gava or cows. And it's so difficult, Dushkaram. And Nishpratidvandvam. It is unparalleled. Chikirshan, desiring to do this karma. Vanaraha. Vanara means Narava. Is he ordinary human? Narava. Is he a human? So he's beyond the human. So he has now agreed to do this, desired to do this. Then how did he become? Samatta Agra Shiro Grivaha. Samatta Ugra Samudagra. Samut Agra Shiro Grivo. So by straightening the head, neck, and body, or by keeping all this in a position of readiness. And we have seen this in the 6th chapter. How to practice yoga. So Swami Bodhananda says, if you have practiced asana, 90% of your meditation is achieved. Tatraikagram manakrutva yatachattindriya kriyaha upavishyasane yumjat yogamatma visuddhaye samam kaya shiro grivam dharayanna chalam sthiraha samprekshya nasikagram swam dishaschanavalokayan. So samam kaya shiro grivam dharayan achalam sthiraha samprekshya nasikagram swam dishascha anavalokayan. By not looking anywhere, by focusing on Bhumadhya, and by keeping the head and neck and body in not straight line, so the straight line, by keeping the optimal position of the spine. So that is samam. Samam means where the flexion of the neck should be, where the extension of the spine should be, and all that. So the neutral position, when we intubate a baby or anybody, we actually kind of want an optimal position for that. So that optimal position for yoga, and now here. So these are again beautiful verses from both Sundara, Kanda, and Bhagavad Gita. Then he salutes. So Suryaya, Mahendraya, Pavanaya Swayambhuve, Bhutebhyascha Anjalim Krutva, Chakara Gamane Matim. And that shows the Vinayam, Vidya, Vinaya Sampanne. So that Vidya and Vinaya Sampanna is shown so clearly by Hanuman. And that is seen, taught in Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter. Deva Dvijaguru Pragya Pujanam Shauchamarjavam Brahmacharya Mahimsacha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. You see how Hanuman has done this Shariraka Tapas. Shariraka Tapas, where you respect the gods, the Brahmins, the great people, the gurus, and Prajna, the wise. So all these, now Hanuman has offered his prayers to the elders and the devas. And then he actually roars, Samaha Sattva Sannadaha Prithvim Purayamasa. So nada means sound. Samnada means a great sound. Sattva Sannada means the one which is filled with so much of power. And what power? Mahasattva Samnada, that great roar. And haven't we seen in the first chapter the roar and the Shankascha, Tata Shankascha Bheryascha, Panavanaka Gomukha, Sahasaivabhyanyanta, Sashaptastumulo Bhavat. Tata Svetai Hrayai Yukte, Mahatisyandane Sthitau, Madhava Pandavaschaiva, Divyau Shankau Pradhadmatuhum, Saghosho Dhatta Rashranam, Hridaya Nivyadarayat. That sound tore apart the hearts of the Kauravas, and this sound that tore apart the hearts of the demons. So that is the mission, war front roar. Then we have seen this little bit yesterday. So this Sagara Langhanam, and we talked about Dashakanta is the 10 senses, Sita is Manas, she has been taken and placed in Lanka. Lanka is nothing but our body, our body. And this Sagaram is this life, the ocean of this life, the ocean of this worldly journey. And Hanuman is every one of us, every one of us. And in the same Bhagavad Gita also, you see this great chariot, where the chariot is, here it is. Atmanam rathinam vidhi, shariram rathamevatu, buddhim tu saradhim vidhi, mana pragrahamevacha, indriyani hayanyahuhu, vishayan teshu gocharan, atmendriya samyuktam, bhokta iti ahuhu manishinaha. So the horses are the senses, the mind is the reins, and the intellect is the one which holds the reins, intellect, that buddhim tu saradhim vidhi, that saradhi is Partha Saradhi, and shariram is this ratha, and Arjuna is this jiva. Arjuna is this jiva. So that is how both are seen. Then we'll go to the next one. Then why is Hanuman doing this? Hanuman is a mantri, minister, chief minister for Sugriva. Ramartham Vanarartham cha Chikirshan Karma Dushkaram. I am doing this for the sake of Rama. So Ramartham, Ramakaryam, Ramakajukarive Atar, as we see in Hanuman Chalisa. Then for the sake of Vanaras, for the benefit of the humanness, for the benefit of mankind. So for self-purification and for world glorification. As we see in Bhagavad Gita, Loka sangraha me vapi sampashyan kartum arhasi nahi kalyana krit kaschit durgatim tata gachati. That is how we have to work. Because Janaka, etc., have worked like this. Karma naiva hi samsiddhim asthita janakadayaha. And as Hanuman is flying over the ocean, Valmiki Maharshi describes Hanuman as Garuda, as Narasimha, as now we have seen the Simha aspect of Hanuman, and now we'll see this Garuda, how he flies. So Pakshiraja, Vainateyascha Pakshinam, one of the Vibhutis in 10th chapter, as we see. So Suparno Vayuvahanaha, in Vishnu Sahasranama we see Suparnamiva Atcha Suparnamiva Atmanam Mene Sakapi Kunjaraha. Suparnamiva Chatmanam Mene Sakapi Kunjaraha. So Hanuman thought that he is like Garuda, and he is Garudena Iva, Pakshiraja Iva, he is flying. And Hanuman makes a vow, and he determines, and he tells his fellow Vanaras, I shall go to Lanka. How? Yadha Raghava Nirmuktaha Sharashvasana Vikramaha Gache Tadvad Gamishyami Lankam Ravana Palitam. I shall reach and go to Lanka, ruled by Ravana. How do I go? Just like an arrow released by Rama, and with wind-like speed. So Rama's arrow, so it is called Amogha. Amogha. Mogha means waste. the one which does not go waste is Amoghasharam. Amoghasharam. So he's giving a message that this journey of mine will not be a waste. Okay, I shall reach the goal. Rama's arrow reaches the target. Reaches the target. So that's the second one. And third one, the arrow is inert, but it is the archer who sends the arrow. So that we see this. And Rama Shastra Bhrutamaham in Bhagavad Gita, the praise of Rama is said in Ardha Shloka. Oh, Arjuna, Krishna says, one of my vibhutis says, Aham Ramaha Asmi, Shastra Bhrutam Aham Ramaha. So among all the archers, I am Rama. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, you become like the arrow. You live. Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. Tasmatva muttishta yasho labhasva. Jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samruddham. Mayaivaite nihata purvameva. Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. Oh Arjuna, I have written this script. I have taken care of this path. Now you go, you conquer, and you get the credit. But you become nimitta matram. Just be an arrow. Like Hanuman became an arrow of Rama. So sarvadha kritakaryoham eshyami sahasitaya. I'll bring back the news of Sita Devi. That is how he promises. And who carried who? Rama is taking the ring of Hanuman is taking the ring of Rama. The ring, Anguliyaka. Rama Nama Anguliyakam. So Rama Namankitam Anguliyakam is taking to Sita, and while coming back, he brings Chodamani. So Bapu, he says, Murari Bapu, it is actually Rama's Anguliyakam which carried Hanuman while going to Lanka, and it is Sita's Chodamani which brought him back to Rama. So that is how Nimitta Matram Bhavasavya Sachin. Then Valmiki Maharshi describes Hanuman's eyes. Pinge Pingaksha Mukhyasya. How are they? Chandra Surya Iva Uditau. The right and left eye of Hanuman are just like the rising sun and moon. And we see this in Bhagavad Gita. Adityanamaham Vishnuhu Jyotisham Raviram Shuman Marichir Marutam Asmi Nakshatra Namaham Shashi. Among the nakshatras, Aham Shashi, I am the moon. And among Adityas, I am Vishnu, the sun god. Then there is so much about the tale. And there is a great story which goes like this. When Shiva comes as Hanuman, incarnation of Shiva is Hanuman, Parvati Devi says, no, I also want to come. Why do you want to come? Like you always want to tailgate me. And then Parvati Devi says, I shall come as tail if you come as Vanara Hanuman. So the tail of the tail. So tailgating Shiva, Parvati comes as a tail of Hanuman, who is incarnation of Shiva. So Langolam, that Samavidham Plavamanasya Shobhate, Ambare Vayupatrasya Shakradhvaja Iva, just like the flag of Indra. So, and we see this Kapidhvaja, Kapi on the flag of Arjuna is Arjuna Sakha. So, Atha Vyavasthitan Drustva Dhartarashtran Kapidhvaja Pravrutte Shastra Sampate Dhanurudyamya Pandavaha. Hanuman is again compared to the lion, like a lion man. So Narasimha. Prahladaschasmi Daityanam Kalak Kalayatamaham Mruganam cha Mrugendroham. Among all the animals, I am Mugendra. And this Panchavaktra Hanuman Shloka is also very powerful. And time permitting, on Saturday, I shall go over a little bit in detail. Vande Vanara Narasimha Khagarat Krodashva Vaktranchitam Nanalankararam Tripanchanayanam Dedipyamanam Rucha Hastabjaira Siketa Pustaka Sudha Kumbhankushadrina Halam Khatwangam Panibhuruham Chadadat Dashabhujam Dadatam Sarvari Garvapaham. As Vanara, we have seen as Ramaduta, Ramakarya, Siddha, Sadhaka, and as Narasimha, Daitya Samhara. As Khagarat, Garuda, we saw how he flew, and he is a Veda Vitta. Garuda is a Veda Guru, knowledgeable, Vishahara. Then Kroda, Varaha, the one who lifted the earth which was submerged in the ocean. In the same way, Hanuman, as Kroda, as Varaha, he uplifted the Shokartha Sita Devi. And then Hayagriva, Ashwamukha. So Hayagriva is Jnana Sampanna. So that Jnaninam Agraganyam is Hanuman. So we see that. So now he goes over the Sagara. Sarasam Asmi Sagaraha. And Sagara thinks, Ikshvakukula Manarthi Chintaya Masa. So Sagara name comes from Sagara, who is belonging to Ikshvakukula. So Rama's ancestors, Ikshvaku. So we saw that in Bhagavad Gita also. Imam vivasvate yogam proktavanaham avyayam vivasvan manave praha manurikshvaka vebravit. So that Ikshvaku's descendant, Sagara's sons, they expanded the ocean. Then onwards, it's called Sagara. Now I have to do some payback to this Hanuman who is doing the Ramakarya, who belongs to Ikshvaku Vamsha. So if I don't do this, Kartavyam Akrutam Karyam Satam Manyum Udirayet. So Kartavyam Akritam Karyam Satam Manyum Udirayet. If something has to be done, is not done, that shall increase the anger of good people. And we see that Karya Mityeva Yat Karma Niyatam Kriyate Arjuna Sangam Tyaktva Phalam Chaiva Satyagas Satviko Mataha. So we have to do our Swadharma as if it is to be done, not expecting any phala. So karyam iti eva, yat karyam niyatam, the one which is prescribed. If we don't do our swadharma, ata chetvamimam dharmam sangramam na karishyasi, tata swadharmam kirtim cha hitva papam avapsyasi in the second chapter. Akirtim chapi bhutane kathayishyanti te vyayam sambhavitasya cha kirtihi maranaditirchati. And then here comes 3 obstacles while crossing the ocean. And all of us are facing these 3 obstacles time and again, every day. So Hanuman pujitas chet, pujita sarva devataha. In the same way, Krishna pujitas chet, pujita sarva devataha. So Hanuman now sees Mainaka, who was inspired by Sagara to come up and fly. That time, the Parvatas used to fly. And one of the Parvatas, which was saved from Indra, because Indra cut all the wings of those Parvatas. And Mainaka was saved in the Sagara. So Sagara tells Mainaka, why don't you go up and ask Hanuman to take rest upon you and offer him some fruits and ask him to take rest. So this is a sattva obstacle, an obstacle in a sattvic way. And we have sattvam rajastamayiti guna prakriti sambhavaha nibadhnanti mahabaho dehe dehinam avyayam tatra sattvam nirmalatvat. It is a great great thought. It is to help Hanuman. Okay. And it is with good intentions. It is to help. But it is an obstacle. Like we are preparing for an exam, and then somebody says, let's just watch, this cricket match this Sunday and then Monday, so let's see what happens to the exam. So with good intentions, friends inspire and invoke and encourage us to come and to spend good times. But there is a goal ahead. So Sattvam, Rajastamayati, Guna, Prakriti, Sambhavaha. These are the three thieves. Tatra Sattvam Nirmalatvat Prakashaka Manamayam Sukha Sangena Badhnati Jnana Sangena Chanaka. So Mainaka comes up and Hanuman tells Mainaka, I have to go. I cannot stop. Tvarate karyakalo me ahaschapi apivartate ahaschapi ativartate. So I have to do this work. And the day is passing. Pratignacha maya datta. I actually I made a vow. So I have to go. Nastatavyam iha antare. I cannot stop. So stop not till the goal is reached. And after this Sattvika obstacle by Mainaka, here comes a Rajasika obstacle. And this Rajasika obstacle is Surasa. So all the Devas and Gandharvas and Siddhas, they pray to Surasa, Nagamata, O Surasa Devi, you take up a Rakshasi form and Muhurtam Vignamachara, just for a minute. Vignamachara, cause an obstacle. And Eva Muktatus Sa Devi, Surasa Devi, approaching Hanuman, says, Aham tva bhakshayishyami pravishyedam mama ananam. Now I shall eat you. Enter my mouth. Hanuman, knowing this, he knows she is Surasa Devi, she is Devi, a Parashakti's Vibhuti. Eva Mukta Surasa, Surasaya, Eva Mukta Surasaya, Pranjalir Vanararshabaha, Prahrushta Vadanaha, with a smile, just like Sri Krishna, who is in full control of what they are going to say, what they are going to do. Tamo Vacharishi Keshaha Prahasanniva Bharata. So we see that in Bhagavad Gita, the one who is in full control can smile, and then that smile can be so infectious. So what happens? Surasa Devi opens her mouth. 10 yojanas, 50 yojanas, 100 yojanas. Then Hanuman also increases his size, 10, 50, 100. Then he thinks, this is not the way. This is not the way to enjoy all these desires of the world, all the sense objects, all the sensory pleasures. At one stage, as Swami Bodhananda says, we have to minimize. That is the beauty of life. And that is becoming a yogi. So minimizing. Then he becomes small. Small. He argues with Surasa Devi, let me go find Sita and then come back and then I shall enter your mouth. And then Surasa says, no, you have to enter me now. So he becomes so small and then enters and then comes back. Pravishtos hite vaktram dakshayane namostute. So I have entered your mouth now and I have come out. And Surasa Devi, knowing his great tactic, Artha Siddhyai Harishveshta, Gacha Saumya Yatha Sukham, she blesses, go and conquer, and your goal, reach your goal. So this is how we see in Bhagavad Gita also. So when we have to become small, when we have to withdraw and become small. Yada samharate chayam kurmonganeva sarvashah indriyanendriyatebhyah tasya prajna pratisthita sita prajna lakshana vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinah rasavajyam rasopyasya param društva nivartate. The desires may go, but until and unless you look at your higher goal, the desires cannot be completely, the desire for the desires cannot be abolished. So that is how Hanuman has become small using his intellect. Then comes Simvika. Simvika, if you rewrite, it is Himsika, the one who tortures us in a very, very tamasic way. So tamasic way. And we have seen this. So Sattvam Rajas Tamayiti Guna Prakriti Sambhavaha. So Sattvam Raja Tama. Rajastasvam Tamaschaiva. Tamasattvam Rajastatha. Sometimes Sattvam is more, sometimes Rajas is more, and sometimes Tamas is more. In 14th chapter, that all the three gunas, Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, is so very well expressed. And here seeing Simvika, who pulls Hanuman by just holding on to the shadow of Hanuman, he realizes, then he becomes small again, but then this time, Tikshnai Nakai. So Marmani, Angani, Utkrutya. So he demolishes this Simvika or Himsika. Rakshas. So tamoguna, we have to uproot the tamoguna, and we have to moderate our rajoguna, and then we have to increase our sattvaguna and use them according to the need, and also using our intellect, moderating them because we cannot live without them. And there the Siddhas, Charanas, they praise Hanuman. Yasya tvetani chatvari vanarendra yadhatava dhrutir drishtir matir dakshyam sakarma sunasidati. Oh, best among the vanaras, whoever has these four qualities like you, which are in you, courage, vision. So first, dhruti, that determination. Drishti, the vision. And mati, the intellect. And dakshyam, the skill and the dexterity. We'll see these four. Dhruti in Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter. Dhrutya yaya dharayate manapranendriya kriyaha yogena vyabhicharinya dhrutissa partha sattviki. That steadfast willpower, that I shall cross this ocean and reach Lanka and see Sita Mata, that is developed through yoga, and which sustains the activities of the mind, the life airs, and the senses. O Partha, O Arjuna, is said to be the real determination, sattvika determination. Drishti. Drishti is seen as vision, Duradrishti, or focus. So focus. So Vyavasayatmika Buddhihi Ekeha Kuru Nandana, Bhagavad Gita. Bahushakha Hyanantascha Buddhayo Avyavasayanam, the mindfulness which is taught. And we have seen this, the vision from Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. Then Mati, the intellect, the Buddhi. When you can become big, when you have to become small, when you can engage, when you can disengage. So all that engagement and then disengagement. Embarkment and disembarking. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha karya karye bhaya bhaye bandham moksham cha yavetti buddhi sa partha sattviki. In Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter again. So what is this sattvika buddhi, mati? And dakshyam. Dakshyam is the skill and the dexterity, the perfectness. How does it come? With practice. In Bhagavad Gita, Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha gruhyate buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe sukrita dushkrute tasmat yogaya yujyasva yoga karmasu kaushalam. This skill and dexterity is called yoga. Bhagavan Shri Krishna defines yoga as karmasu kaushalam, this dexterity, what we just saw. And now Hanuman lands in Lanka. And when he lands in Lanka, he just looks back. Oh, I'm already in Lanka. Yojananam Shatam. So Sriman, so this Shata Yojanas, he has come. Naglane madhigachati kinchidapi. He doesn't show any tiredness. So when we do what we like, the vocation is a vacation. Vocation is a vacation. That is how he hasn't got any tiredness. So that we have seen in Bhagavad Gita as this Vikrama. So Vishesha Krama, the one here, Uttama Vikramaha. Hanuman is given as an adjective of Uttama Vikrama by Valmiki Maharshi. Sriman Uttama Vikramaha and Vikramakramaha. In Vishnu Sahasranama, we see that. And we see Namapurastat Adhapishtataste Namostute Sarvata Eva Sarva Ananta Virya Amita Vikramastvam. O Krishna, you are Amita Vikrama as Vamana and the one who takes the special steps. So now Hanuman looks at Lanka. I mean, this New York, Las Vegas, Chicago, and all these cities put together, Melbourne, England, and all that. That is nowhere close to what you see in Lanka. Avakasho na santvasya, na danasya, na bedhasya, naiva yudhyasya drishyate with these rakshasas. We cannot actually approach them with persuasion, with gifts, with dissension. It is so difficult. Durgam karyam. Duryodhana. Yodham dukkham. It's so difficult to fight with these guys here. He actually kind of attains a little bit of discouragement. Then Lanka comes. Lanka, every city and every place and every country has this deity. So the deity, Lanka's deity is Lanka, same name. So Lanka, Kamarupini, so she comes in the form of woman. And by looking at Hanuman, Kastvam, Kena Chakaryena, Iha Prapta Vanalaya, Kahatvam, Kena, by what purpose did you come? And who are you, O Vanalaya? The one who roams in Vana. So this is a mantra actually. Spiritually, if you look at, she is actually praising Hanuman. Vana means Bhagavan's world is Vana. Vanam means Bhagavan. The one who is situated in this world of Vana is Vanalaya. Kahatvam, who are you? Kena, Kenopan, there is a Kenopanishad by which, how can we know you? And we see that. Akyahi meko Bhagavan Ugrarupa, Namostute Deva Varaprasida, Vignatum Ichami Bhavantamadhyam, Nahi Prajanami Tava Pravrittim. Arjuna asks, who are you? How can we know you? I'm not able to understand you. And Lanka is a representation for this ahamkara in us, because in Valmiki Ramayana Sundarakanda we see aham nagari Lanka, that aham is shown again and again. So Lanka is Kala also, and Lam is Prithvi Bija. Prithvi, the vasanas. So this ahamkara, because of all the three vasanas, what are the three vasanas? Deha vasana, Loka vasana, Shastra vasana. Attachment to this body, mind, and intellect complex. Attachment to this world and worldly pleasures. And attachment to what we know and what we think we know. So this vasana kshayam, this vasana dahanam is Lanka dahanam. And this ahankaram is shown in 18th chapter so well by Krishna. Yadya ahankaram ashritya nayotsya iti manyase midhyaisha vyavasayaste prakritim tvam niyokshati. With that ahankara, you say that I don't do it at this moment, but I know you, Arjuna. You are the prince, and you are here to protect these people. Yasya naham kruto bhavo buddhir yasya na lipyate hatva sa iman lokan na hanti na nibadhyate. The moment this ahankara is burnt, then comes Rama into Lanka, and then that divine power in us. And then whatever we do, that is again for our self-purification and world glorification. That is how then Lanka once beaten up by Hanuman. She says, Prasida Sumahabaho Trayasva Harisattama is another mantra. Prasida Sumahabaho Trayasva Harisattama. Valmiki Maharshi has taken this from another mantra, as Samavedam Garu says. Sanjeeva Parvatodhara Mano Dukkham Nivaraya Prasida Sumahabaho Trayasva Harisattama. In the same way, Arjuna also Prasida Devesha Jagannivasa. So Tamaksharam Sadasat Tatparam Yatta. That is how he praises. And then the moon also shines and wants to help. The Panchabhutas want to help. I shall read just two, three lines here and 2-3 verses here. How is the Chandra, the Chandrayaan? You see, when we have been praising Chandrayaan and Chandra, so many of us for so many days, for the success. Lokasya papani vinashayantam mahodhadim chapi samedhayantam bhutani sarvani virajayantam dadarshya setamsam adhabhiyantam hamso yadha rajata panjarastha simho yadha mandara kandarastha viro yadha garvita kunjarastha. Then chandro vibhabrajata dhambarastha. And he has, how is he? Shilatalam prapya yadha mrugendro, maharanam prapya yadha gajendra, rajyam samasadya yadha narendra, tatha prakashaha viraraja chandraha. Instilling love in all lovers, infusing bliss in all humans, inviting all for playful romance. Moon moves lively in the space, like a bull in the shed of cows, like a white celestial elephant, like an invincible knight on the elephant, like a lion who came out of the cage, like the Lion King in the movie Lion King, like a swan in a huge silver cage. So, like a Lion King, like a royal king, like a flying swan, like flowing snow, the moon is moving, and Hanuman is searching for Sita Devi. And in that Lanka, there's so many people, good, bad, and ugly. There's so many good people also in Lanka. Buddhi pradhanan, ruchirabhidanan, samshraddhadhanan, jagata pradhanan, nanavidhanan, ruchirabhidanan, tadarsha tasyam puriyatu dhanan. So he has seen good people. And that's Lanka, and the people are just so overwhelming for Hanuman. And like Sanjaya has said in Divya Vishwarupa, Aneka Vakranayanam, Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam, Aneka Divya Bharanam, Divya Nekodyata Yudham, Divya Malyambaradharam, Divya Gandhanulepanam, Sarvascharyamayam Devam Anantam, Vishwato Mukham. Because Vishwakarma built this Manasa. So with his mind, using all his intellect, Vishwakarma, the great architect, built this Lanka. Pashyami devan savadeva dehe sarvan sadha bhuta vishesha sanghan. I am seeing all good, bad, and ugly in you, O Vishnu, O Krishna. In same way, Hanuman is seeing good people and bad and ugly people also here. And he has entered this Pushpaka Vimana. And there's so many great women, so many beautiful women. Na chakulena, na chahina rupa, na adakshina, na anupachara yukta, bharya abhavat, tasya nahina satva, Ravana's bharyas, all of them, na chapikantasya na kamaniya. No one not liking Ravana, they all loved Ravana. They were all brought. Then they're all in the bedroom of Ravana. some without clothes, some with half clothes, and then some are just sleeping there. And then Hanuman is seeing because he has to see Sita. And Hanuman thinks for himself, where should I see? If I have to search for a deer, I have to go and search among the deers only. And have I done any sin? And Hanuman thinks for himself, Kamam dristva maya sarva vishvasta ravanastriya. But there is something in me that tells that this is not sin, because I did not yield to this, and my mind did not waver. Natume manasak kinchit vaikrutyam upapadyate. There was no disturbance, there was no perturbance in my mind. Manohi hetuhu sarvesham indriyanam pravartate shubha shubhasu. In good and bad, it is a mind. Uddhareda in Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, Uddharedatmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu atmaiva ripuratmanah bandhuratmanastasya yenatmaivatmana jitaha anatmanastu shatrutve vartetatmaiva shatruvat. If you conquer your mind, it acts like your friend. If you yield to your mind, there is no greater fiend or foe than your own mind. And he sees Gauri, Gauri Varna, Gaurim Kanakavarna Baham, Ishtam Antapura Ishwarim, Mandodarim. Then seeing Mandodari, he thinks that he has seen Sita because such a beautiful lady, Mandodari. She's Pativrata also. There are Panchakanyas. Mandodari is one of the Panchakanyas. Aspotaya masa chuchumba pucham nanada chikrida jago jagama. Like a child, like yesterday we have seen. Like a child, he enjoys. But like a Bhrashta yogi also. Traividyamam in Bhagavad Gita. Traividyamam somapa putapapa yajna rishva swargatim prarthayante. Saying that swarga te punyam asadya surendra lokam ashnanti divyan divideva bhogan tetam bhuktva swarga lokam vishalam shine punye martya lokam vishanti. So we attain some siddhis, some greatness, and then if we think that that itself is the ultimate abode, then we fall down for sure. Now he realizes, how can Sita Devi be like this? It is not Sita Devi. How can she be with Ravana? Then he thinks, where is Vaidehi? Where is Sita? Did she fall in the ocean? Or these Rakshasas, did they eat her? Did they eat up? Then how can I go back and say that I did not see Sita? If I go and tell that I did not see Sita, that Rama will not live. Tata yakshati jivitam. Then Lakshmana will not live. If Rama is not there, there is no Lakshmana. If no Rama Lakshmana, no Bharata, no Shatrughna. Then seeing these four dying, Kausalya, Sumitra, Kaikeyi won't be there. And when all these are gone, Sugriva will not be there, Ruma will not be there, and Angada will not be there. All Vanaras will not be there. Soham naiva gamishami. Then I won't go to Kishkinda. Soham naiva gamishami Kishkindham nagare mitaha. That is a despondency. Then I shall live here only. Hastadano, mukhadano, niyato, vrikshamulik. I shall eat whatever the fruit which comes my way. Vanaprastho bhavishyami. I shall just take up sannyasa. Because I have not seen Janaki, I don't want to go back. Or chitam krutva pravekshami. Now I shall arrange a fire and then I enter into that fire and kill myself. Or when I die here in this ocean, I shall just sink into this ocean. Shariram bhakshayishyanti. So, or when I die, my body is eaten up by all these Vayasas, the crows. Or tapasova bhavishyami. Otherwise, I'll just become a tapasi. I shall just meditate and contemplate and then sit here under the tree in a cave. Adruštva asitekshana. Isn't it same like Arjuna's despondency? He says, if we do this war, all the kula is gone. Kula kshaye, so kula kshaya krutam dosham. Why are we not seeing all this? Kula kshaye pranashyanti kula dharma sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam krishnam adharmo bibhavatyuta adharma bibhavat krishna pradushyanti kulastriyaha. Then we attain naraka. Sankaro naraka yaiva kulagnanam kulasya cha patanti pitaro hesham lupta pindodaka kriyaha. We can't offer them all the rituals. I don't want to do this fight. I don't want. And he says to Krishna, Yadimam apratikaram shastram shastrapanaya dhartarashtrarane hanyoho tanme kshemataram bhavet. Let them kill me. I shall just throw away my bow and arrow. That may be better for me. And that is how there Krishna was there for Arjuna. And here Rama was there within Hanuma to say, no, this is not right. Vinashe bahavo dosho. Vinashe bahavo dosha. There are so many mistakes and errors and problems if we kill ourselves. There are lots of blemishes in dying. Jivan bhadrani pashyati. Jivan prapnoti bhadrakam. So if we live, we'll see the auspiciousness. Tasmat pranan dharishyami dhruvo jivita sangamaha. So that is the dhruti. Until I see, I shall not go back. I shall search again. So that in Adhyatma Ramayanam says, it is said that Rama seated in Hanuma gives this vision and drishti and dhruti. Then he salutes Rama, as Sureshji chanted in the Dhyana Shlokas, Namostu Ramaya Salakshmanaya Devyai Chatasyai Janakatmajayai Namostu Rudrendra Yamanilebhyo Namostu Chandrarka Marudganebhyaha. Then he longs, contemplates to see Sita Devi. Tadunnasam Panduradantam Avranam Shuchismitam Padma Palasha Lochanam Rakshe Tadarya Vadanam Kadanvaham Prasanna Taradhipatulya Darshanam. When can I see that beautiful lady whose face is like moon, whose eyes are like lotus petals? And then Arjuna also says, can I see? Manyase yadita chakyam maya drashtamiti prabho yogeshwara tato metvam darshayatmanam avyayam. If you think I am eligible, let me see your Vishwarupa. So that is longing, contemplation. Then Hanuman sees Sita Devi in Ashokavanam. That Purna Chandra Ananam, Subhrum, Charuvrittam, Payodharam. So all these adjectives given to Sita Devi are in Lalita Sahasranama, Devi Stutis. So Sita Devi is Parashakti in Sundarakanda by Hanuman. So then he thinks that Sita Devi is not someone who is an ordinary woman. She is the Paradevata. All these three worlds are not equal to Sita Devi. Rajyam va Trishulokeshu Sita va Janakatmaja Trailokya Rajyam Sakalam Sitaya na Apnayat Kalam. Even a 16th part, not even a 16th part. We have seen that in Bhagavad Gita also. O Arjuna, athava bahunaitena kim jnatena tavarjuna. Vishtabhyahamidam krishnam ekamshena sthito jagat. So all this jagat is my eka amsha. And all this is just 1/16 of Sita Devi. So that's what Hanuman says. Then Ravana comes. I shall wrap up in next 10 minutes or so. Please bear with me. So Ravana comes. He says, this is my Swadharma. Swadharmo Rakshasam Bhiruhu. then Vijitya Prithvim Sarvam Nanan Nagara Malinim Janakaya Pradasyami. I shall give it to your father. Neha Pashyami Loke Anyam Yome Pratibhalo Bhavet. I don't see anyone who is equal to me. And you think Rama? Na Rama Tapasa Devi na Balena Vikramena na Danena Mayatulyaha. He is not equal to me in tapas, in bala, in dhana, tejas, yashas. It is also in Adhyatma Ramayana. It says that it has to be seen in such a way that he is not equal to me. In other words, I am nowhere close to him. I'm nowhere close to him. So it's like saying that, oh, my money, there is no comparison between mine and Bill Gates' money. It's like that. So this is all Asuri Sampat. In 16th chapter we see Idamadya Mayalabdham Imam Prapse Manoratham Idamasti Idamapi me Bhavishyati Punardhanam Aso Maya Hatashatruhu Anishye Chaparanapi Ishwaroham Aham Bhogi Siddhoham Balavansaki Arjobi Janavanasmi Konyosti Sadrusho Maya. Who is equal to me? I have all this. Then Sita says, she smiles, Shuchismita with a beautiful smile. O Ravana, Iha Santo Nava Santiva. Are there any good people here? Or even if they are there, don't they tell you? Don't they teach you? Or even if they taught you, Buddhihi Achara Varjita, have you forgotten to follow them? And we have seen that. Naste buddhira in Bhagavad Gita. Naste buddhira yuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayata shantihi ashantasya kutas sukham. So then Sita Bodha and Gita Bodha. So many beautiful teachings, great teachings by Sita Devi. Naham, you think that I shall yield to you? Shakya lobhayatum. You are so petty, so petty. And who am I? Bhaskarena Prabhayatha. I am like the Prakasha of that Surya. So that Aditya Prakasha, Aditya Tejas, that in 15th chapter, as we see, Yada Aditya Gatam Tejo Jagad Bhasayate Khilam, that Tejas of Aditya Aham. And I cannot be yielded by these petty things, or your tapas survey, or your knowledge. Naham Vedairna tapasa nadanena nachejaya in Bhagavad Gita. Shakya evam vidho drastum drashtavanasi yanmam. O Arjuna, you can only see me bhaktya tvananyaya shakyaha. That bhakti, O Ravana, develop that bhakti in Rama. In Rama. Sita Bodha again. Evam hi bhavet swasti. Only this way you can attain good. Otherwise, Ramasya dhanusha shabdam shroshyasi. You shall hear the sound from Rama's bow, sonorous sound. And Krishna tells Arjuna, Tameva sharanam gacha sarvabhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsyasi. Otherwise, if you don't, yadyahankaram ashritya, then nashroshyasi vinamkshyasi. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. So that Shuchismita teaches, and this Prahasaniva Krishna teaches. And she puts a grass blade in front, and she tells Ravana all these things. And Ravana gets so angry. And Dhanya Malini is one of the wives of Ravana. She actually takes Ravana back. Don't worry, Ravana. We are all here for you. And why are you interested in someone who is not interested in you? And interestingly, in Ramayana, at every step, there is an entry of women to turn the story and take it forward. As you can see, Tataki, Ahalya, Sita, Mandara, Kaikeyi, Shurpanakha, Mandodari, and before that Tara, So all these, they come. So it is both the Prakriti and Purusha. And Sita Devi says, Dino va rajyahino va yo me bharta bhavishyati yo me bharta same guruhu. So he is my bharta, whether he is now in difficulty and without even kingdom. So aham, Sita Devi says, like Lopamudra to Agastya, Arundhati to Vasishtha, Rohini to Shashi, and Srimati to Kapila. So these, as Narendra Modi named Shiva Shakti point, it is Shiva and Shakti together. Shiva and Shakti together. That's why we say Sita Ramabhyam Namaha, the Dvandvas Samasikasya Cha. That's what we see together, Shiva and Shakti. So then Sita Devi also, she cries now after Ravana leaves. I want to give up my life. Jeevitam tyaktum ichchami. Digastu kalmanusham. I'm so helpless now. Nahi prapash. Then Arjuna says, Nahi prapashyami mamapanudyat yachoka muchoshanam indriyanam. That is how both of them, they just are so sorrowful. And then she praises the great people, Dhanya, Deva, Sagandharvaha, who see my Rama. And these are, they do not get perturbed by dukkha or sukha. So that we see, dukkeshu anudvigna manaha, sukheshu vigata spruhaha, vita raga bhaya krodhaha, stitadhir munirujyate. We see these santas praised by Sita Devi and praised by Krishna. And then there is this Trijata Swapna. Trijata Swapna, there Trijata sees Rakshasanam abhavaya bhartrasya bhavaya cha. So there is destruction of the demons and the victory of Bharta of Sita Devi. And she beautifully describes how Rama and Lakshmana come on white elephant and how Ravana was yielded by a Kali. So we have seen this so vividly in Vishwarupa Sandarshana also. So these shlokas are very, very, very powerful. Trijata Swapna. And whenever you get a bad dream, you think of the Trijata Swapna or read this Trijata Swapna. So it is very powerful, very powerful. And then the same Vishwarupa Darshanam also, we have seen all this. Ame chatvam dhritarashtrasya putraha sarve sahaiva vanipala sangha bhishmo dronas sutaputras tathasau sahasmadiyai rapayodha mukhyai. So even a little bit of it protects us. And Trijata says to all these Rakshasis that you seek abode in Sita Devi. Pranipata prasannahi maithili janakatmacha. So you ask now her the pardon and she shall protect you. She shall protect you. And Sita Devi sees good omens now. Arjuna saw bad omens there. Nimittani chapashyami viparitani keshava. Whereas Sita Devi sees, so pakshi cha shakha nilayam. Pravishtaha, that there is a pakshi who is making, the bird making beautiful, the very, very heartful sounds, as if she is inviting someone to come into the gardens. So that is how we see the good omens of Sita Devi. And her left eye blinks a little bit. How? And this is Valmiki's great, Sundare Sundaram Kavyam. It is as if a lotus is shaken up a little bit, quivering, when the stalk of the lotus is hit by a small fish. So that is how praspandata ekam nayanam sukeshya menahatam padmamiva abhitamram. So that is how you can see this. So Sita sees this good omen, the white and bright looking. She was predominantly quivering the left eye, like a red lotus quivered by the blow of a fish when it hits the stalk of the lotus underneath the water. So that is how we see the beauty of Sundarakanda and the greatness of Bhagavad Gita. Thank you so much. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti